Hello everyone! Welcome to a fascinating journey into the world of our most entertaining companions, comedy cats. Today we're going to explore what makes some cats natural-born comedians and why they seem to have such a knack for making us laugh. Have you ever wondered why some cats seem to have an innate ability to make us laugh? Why they choose the most unexpected moments to put on a show? Well, you're about to discover the secret world of feline comedians, and trust me, it's more fascinating than you might think. We create high-quality, engaging videos focusing on credible and trustworthy content, and today's exploration of our furry comedians promises to be both entertaining and enlightening. Let's start with what I like to call the morning comedy show. You know those moments when your cat suddenly transforms into a furry rocket, zooming around the house at lightning speed. These zoomies aren't just random bursts of energy, they're actually one of the most natural forms of feline comedy. Think about it. Your cat could choose any moment to release this energy, but they often pick times when you're just settling down with your morning coffee or trying to concentrate on work. That's not coincidence, that's timing, my friends, and timing is everything in comedy. Now, let's talk about one of the most classic cat comedy routines, the ambush. Your feline friend isn't just hiding behind that corner because they're practicing their hunting skills. They're setting up their next big comedic moment. When they jump out at your feet or pounce on your shadow, they're essentially performing their version of a practical joke. Have you ever noticed how some cats seem to take particular joy in hiding your belongings? Your keys, socks, important papers, nothing is safe from a determined feline comedian. What makes this behavior particularly interesting is the way they often sit back and watch you search, wearing what can only be described as a smug expression. The vocal repertoire of a comedy cat is truly something special. Beyond the standard meows, these natural performers have developed an impressive array of trills, chirps, and what I like to call cat commentary. Each sound seems carefully chosen for maximum entertainment value. And then there's the drama. Oh, the drama! Watch how a comedy cat reacts to something as simple as a cucumber or a paper bag. Their exaggerated responses would put any Shakespearean actor to shame. But here's the fascinating part. These reactions aren't just random. They're often perfectly timed and seem specifically designed to get a reaction from their human audience. Let's dive deeper into the psychology of feline humor. Unlike dogs, who often seem eager to please, cats develop their comedy routines purely for their own entertainment. The fact that we find it hilarious is just a bonus, though many comedy cats do seem to appreciate their audience's reaction. What makes a cat particularly suited for comedy? It's actually a combination of several factors. First, there's their natural agility and grace, which makes their occasional moments of clumsiness all the more entertaining. Then there's their intelligence. Yes, your cat absolutely knows what they're doing when they knock that glass off the table while maintaining direct eye contact. Let's talk about what I call the comedy cat positions. You know the ones, the bizarre sleeping positions, the contortionist-level twists, the inexplicable need to sit in boxes 3 sizes too small. These aren't just comfortable positions for your cat. They're carefully chosen poses designed to make you question everything you know about feline anatomy. The comedy doesn't stop with human interactions. Watch how comedy cats interact with other pets in the household. They seem to have an innate understanding of how to push buttons and create situations that are guaranteed to entertain. Whether it's teasing the dog or creating an impromptu circus act with another cat, these performances are often carefully choreographed for maximum entertainment value. Now, let's address what I call the midnight madness. That special time when your comedy cat decides that 3 a.m. is the perfect time for their solo show. This isn't just random activity, it's a carefully planned performance. The timing, the choice of props, usually the noisiest toys possible, and the selection of stage, often your bed. It's all part of the show. One of the most entertaining aspects of comedy cats is their relationship with reflections. Watch how they interact with mirrors or windows. Some will put on entire performances for their reflected audience, creating what amounts to a one-cat show that can go on for hours. The changing seasons bring out different aspects of feline comedy. In summer, you might see elaborate performances involving water play or fan chasing. Winter brings out the static electricity dance and the under-the-blanket burrowing show. Each season seems to inspire new routines in our feline comedians. In our modern world, comedy cats have adapted their routines to include technology. Whether it's participating in your video calls at the most inappropriate moments or creating chaos during your gaming sessions, they seem to have an uncanny ability to maximize the comedic potential of any situation involving screens. But perhaps the most endearing aspect of comedy cats is how they balance their humor with genuine affection. Just when you think you've got their routine figured out, they'll surprise you with a moment of pure sweetness, before immediately returning to their comedic ways, of course. It's important to note that every comedy cat has their own unique style. Some specialize in physical comedy, others in subtle psychological manipulation. Some are loud and obvious, others more sophisticated in their approach. But they all share one common trait: the ability to bring joy and laughter into our lives. As we observe these natural comedians, we can learn something about humor itself. Their timing, their ability to read situations, their understanding of their audience. These are all elements that human comedians spend years perfecting. Yet our feline friends seem to possess them naturally. Of course, even the most dedicated comedy cat needs downtime. These moments of rest are just as important as their active performances. They're not just recharging, they're planning their next big show, considering which routine will have the maximum impact. If you're lucky enough to live with a comedy cat, remember to appreciate their efforts. While they may not be performing solely for our benefit, our reaction and appreciation can encourage them to continue their entertaining ways. A little positive reinforcement can go a long way in supporting your feline comedian's career. As we wrap up our exploration of comedy cats, remember that these natural performers add more than just humor to our lives. They remind us not to take life too seriously, to find joy in unexpected moments, and to appreciate the simple pleasure of shared laughter. Whether your cat is a slapstick specialist or a master of subtle humor, cherish these moments of feline comedy. They're not just entertaining us, they're showing us a unique perspective on life, one playful moment at a time. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the world of comedy cats. Until next time, keep laughing with your feline friends. And remember, sometimes the best comedians come in furry packages.